Because if you're not doing those, the supplements probably won't make you feel that much better. Working on her stress, working on her mindset, especially on a subconscious level. A lot of us are strapped for joy and creativity and pleasure in our life. All right, guys, welcome back to another video. As always, so excited to have you guys here. Thought I'd do a little few days in my life. We'll see how many days this turns into. It is Tuesday morning right now. I'm just about to head out to clinic, but I'm gonna make breakfast really quickly first. My first appointment today got rescheduled, so I don't have to be in until 9:30, and then I'm seeing patients 9:30 to 1:30, and then we have a team meeting 1:30 to 2:30, so lots of stuff going on. But I think I'm just gonna do a spelt bagel with some cottage cheese, avocado, a fried egg, and maybe some berries on the side. I made some more of my spelt bagels over the weekend, but I put some blueberries in them this time. Probably make a coffee as well. Oh, I'm also gonna take my supplements. There is my breakfast. I think this has about 25 grams of protein and about 7 or 8 grams of fiber. That breakfast is so good. I feel like that's gonna become my new hyperfixation. The spelt bagels alone are pretty high fiber, pretty high protein. Really just adding the cottage cheese and the egg, it just gives me plenty of protein. A good amount of fiber too with the berries and the avocado. And I do really find that having a high fiber, high protein breakfast really makes a huge difference for me. Energy wise throughout the whole day, mood, sleep, all of it. I'm just making my coffee right now with my makeshift coffee filter. And then like I said, it's gonna be a pretty busy clinic shift, so I probably won't talk to you guys at all. We'll just do like a little debrief and catch up. I am really excited because I think that we're getting fresh catered for lunch. Usually I get the green goddess bowl with tofu, so I'm really excited for that. Yeah, that is the plan for today. Oh, I also went to the gym this morning. I forgot to mention that. I'm gonna make my coffee and then I'll see you guys after clinic. Okay, hey guys, I'm just back from clinic. My brain is very dead. We got takeout from Fresh. I didn't end up eating it, so I just came home and warmed it up. I also added some extra avocado and I made hummus over the weekend, so I just added that on top. I'm just gonna sit and eat this in silence. I was gonna eat during the meeting, but we were talking too much. I'm gonna eat this, sit in silence, recharge, and then I'll catch up with you guys a little bit later. Also, this hummus is so good. I made it in my meal prep this week, so you guys can go and get the recipe for that. If you just go and comment on my Instagram post about my meal prep, I will send you all of the recipes that I made, so I definitely go and check that out. Okay, it is about 5:30 right now. I didn't film all afternoon. One, I got home from clinic, and because I was talking to people for 5 hours straight, I just needed some alone time. I'm a huge introvert, and I just find that being in clinic and talking to people for so long, it is really draining for me. So I just took some time. I actually just did some stretching and like took some time to recenter and come back to myself. And then I had a bunch of charting to do. I did a little bit of work for Instagram, YouTube stuff, but I'm gonna go for a walk. Right now, I am at 7,000 steps. I've been really good about my 10,000 steps. I've only missed one day since New Year's, which I'm really happy about. Now that the weather's getting nicer, and I say that as it's like really cold and dark and gloomy out today, but since the weather has been getting nicer, it's been a lot easier to get outside. I did do a few stretching breaks during my work this afternoon as well. I've really found that getting up every 45 minutes to an hour and stretching for 3 to 5 minutes and doing maybe some jumps or something to get my blood flowing again, it makes a huge difference for my mood, my energy, and my cognitive function. So I think that we really underestimate how draining and how much being sedentary all day impacts our energy levels. So I'm gonna go out for a walk, and then I think I'm just gonna chill the rest of the evening. I've talked about this in other vlogs, but I'm really trying to be diligent about cutting it off around 5:30 or 6, just because there's so many things that I can do. Like I have so many side projects that I'm working on between YouTube, Instagram, my course, continuing education courses that I'm in, that it's really easy for me to let my work bleed into the evenings, and then I get this really murky area between what is rest, what is work, and then I don't have any energy to do anything on the weekend, so I just end up vegging, sitting on my couch. I don't have any energy, and then I don't really feel fully rested going to the week, and I get into this huge cycle. So I'm going to take a break, go for a nice walk. I might listen to some music. I've been taking a break from doing podcasts. Either go for a walk without any headphones on, or I'll just listen to music. Just trying to cut down on all the information that I'm consuming all the time. It's very unnatural for humans to have all the information, all of the opinions, all of that noise coming into our subconscious and our conscious all the time. I don't think that we realize how much that impacts us, especially on a subconscious level. That is the plan for dinner. I did make up some sweet potatoes. I just threw those in the oven a while ago, and then I put them in the fridge so they'll cool down. They'll become a resistant starch. I don't always do that, but if I have the time, I will do it. I'm also going to do frozen broccoli and probably some leftover chicken, and then I'm going to relax and read my book. I'm finally out of my reading slump. I'm reading Fourth Wing. I know I'm so late to the game with this, and honestly, I'm not a huge fantasy reader either. I find them really hard to get into because of the world building. I've read other contemporary books by Rebecca Yarros and I really like them, so I was like, you know what, I'll give it a try, and I was able to get into it. I probably won't talk to the camera again. I will just catch up with you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday. Today's my rest day, so I didn't do a workout this morning. I just went for a very long walk and I stopped at Whole Foods just because I had to pick up a few things. So I will do a mini grocery haul for you guys. I also have been posting my grocery hauls, like my big Sunday grocery hauls, on my Instagram, so you guys can go and check those out. But I just had to pick up a few things. Grab some more frozen broccoli. I always have this in the freezer. Picked up a few more parsnips. You guys know, my favorite vegetable. Grabbed some ground beef, a few Japanese sweet potatoes, some cottage cheese. This is my favorite cottage cheese. It's the pressed cottage cheese. It's so good. I believe that it is from a local farm in Ontario. So you may not be able to find this if you're in the States or in another province, but if you can find pressed cottage cheese, it's so good. I did pick up some egg whites. I've been adding a little bit of egg whites to my eggs just to bump up the protein a little bit more. And then you guys know I love the Elmhurst milk. Someone put me onto the Elmhurst creamer, so I just got a thing of the unsweetened one. The ingredients aren't the absolute best, but they're a lot better than other creamers that I've seen, plant-based creamers, and I don't love the taste of dairy cream. That is my tiny little haul. It's basically all of my staples from Whole Foods that I always get. So I'm gonna put those away and then make breakfast. I'm also just gonna take my supplements before I do breakfast, and I know I'm gonna get asked what supplements I'm taking right now. You guys always ask. I'm gonna give my little spiel. Supplements are so individualized, and you really want to be working with someone one-on-one to pick your supplements. I see women spend hundreds, thousands of dollars on supplements and they don't see any benefit because the supplements aren't tailored for their concern, using supplements because they're marketed for a specific symptom, and that's not the way that they're meant to be used. They're meant to be correcting specific things that are going on in your body, and I always say two people can have the exact same symptoms and have very different root causes of those symptoms. So that's always why having that comprehensive assessment, blood work, all of that stuff is really important before you choose your supplements. With that being said, this is just what I'm taking right now. So before all of my meals, I'm either doing my digestive enzymes or I'll just do straight up betaine. I like these ones because they have betaine and ox bile, but if I feel like I don't need all of that, I'll just do the betaine on its own. I am just doing a vitamin D, like a maintenance dose right now, and I always go just based off blood work and what my levels are. I am doing a thyroid tincture right now, which I am really excited. I'm doing my blood work next month and I'm really excited to see where my thyroid is because my hair, I know it doesn't look super thick, but I've always had really, really thin and brittle hair. And this is the thickest my hair has ever been in my life. It's also growing the fastest. I have to decide if I'm going to grow it out or keep it short for the summer. So I'm like really excited to see where my thyroid levels are because I've been doing a lot of work on those. So I've been doing that. And then in terms of my supplements, which I just keep in my little box, liver support. So this is just milk thistle, schisandra, dandelion, artichoke, NAC, vitamin E. I'm doing chaste and this one has ginkgo and B6 in it. I did get a free sample of some turmeric supplements, so I'm just trying to use those up as well. I'm gonna make my breakfast probably the exact same one that I made yesterday. I might just add some egg white. And then I've got a bunch of work to do today. I'm in the clinic this afternoon, but this morning I've got some work to do for my Balance and Thrive program, which I'm so excited for. I'm so excited for this. So yeah, I'm going to take my supplements, have breakfast, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Oh, I also forgot to say supplements are not going to work unless you're doing the diet and lifestyle stuff. Yeah, that's just a harsh truth. Because supplements make like this big of a difference, diet and lifestyle makes like this big of a difference. If you're just doing the supplements, you're really not going to see any benefit. And I think that's why a lot of people get discouraged really early on. They're spending a lot of money on supplements and they're not really seeing benefit. And it's because I think sometimes we also get skewed as to what like a normal healthy lifestyle is. Getting outside for sunlight first thing in the morning. Are you syncing your circadian rhythm? Are you eating 30 grams of fiber? Are you eating mainly whole foods? Are you getting enough nutrients? Are you exercising, resistance training? Are you getting enough regular movement throughout the day? Stretching break? Are you doing mindfulness, relaxation techniques, like all of those things? Because if you're not doing those, the supplements probably won't make you feel that much better. That's just my spiel. Ugh. All right, guys, I finished my coffee a while ago and then I made a tea. This one's dandelion, burdock, licorice, and marshmallow. It's my favorite combo right now. While my tea was steeping, I did a little like stretching dance break and then I try and go outside on my balcony, get some fresh air, make sure I'm getting lots of sunlight throughout the day to really help with my cortisol pattern. Oh, it's also 11:11 right now. I love that. But I actually just made an Instagram post and I want to chat about it really quick. So the title of the post is, "Are we becoming obsessed with answers and not solutions?" And this is something that I'm seeing a lot in clinic where women, this is totally justifiable, but they're coming in because they want really in-depth testing, which I love. I love doing in-depth testing, blood work, all of that stuff, really understanding what exactly is going on in your body. But I see that a lot of people are falling into this trap where they're just digging and digging for more answers. Even when things are coming back flagged, they want to keep going and they just want to do more and more testing instead of focusing on the solutions that are actually going to help you feel better, right? That's the end goal, right? We all want to feel really good. We all want to have good energy, no brain fog, good emotional regulation. And I see that we're falling into this trap of just wanting more and more answers because one, it's a lot easier just to do the blood work. It's a lot easier to spend hundreds of dollars doing the blood work and even hundreds of dollars on like really fancy supplement routines instead of actually taking a really hard look at our day-to-day life. To be honest, a lot of people are struggling with their health and like not feeling very good, a lot of brain fog, a lot of anxiety. A lot of people tell me like, oh, I feel like I'm sensitive to every food. I have a ton of food intolerances. I feel like my emotions are very sensitive. Like everything throws me off. A lot of people are struggling with digestive issues, constant gas, bloating, poor sleep, waking up at 3 a.m., like all of these things. And when I look around at our environment, it doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't surprise me. Even when I look around my house, it's like, I live in a shoebox. Let's be real. I live in a 600 square foot apartment. I'm stacked on top of other people. I look out my balcony. I have a lovely view of a parking lot. There's no nature near me, unfortunately. I can go outside and there are some parks near my house, which I do like to go to. And then I look at how much screen time we all have, like, and I'm guilty of it too. Like, I spend a lot of the time on screens, spending so much time on screens, and those screens are feeding us information all the time. We are just constantly being fed negative information, other people's opinions over and over and over again. And I don't think we realize the impact that that has on our subconscious and our nervous system and things like that. Most of us are living a very sedentary lifestyle. Even if you go to the gym, most people will go to the gym at the start of the day and then they'll be sedentary for the next 8 hours. And tension builds up in the body, and then the body feeds back to the brain, and it's this whole loop that we're getting stuck in. And then I also think that this leads to the problem where our idea of what a healthy lifestyle is so skewed. Like, we think of, as long as you eat healthy and you go to the gym, then you're living a healthy lifestyle. And then people do that and they don't feel as good as they want to. Then we figure that we must have to jump to these like fancy supplement routines or these extreme detox protocols and stuff like that, or that it must be like heavy metals and stuff. I'm not saying that there isn't mold or heavy metals or things like that, but I'm saying in most cases, because we're not doing little things that are actually going to move the needle. And I kind of outlined those in the post. How much time are we spending outside in nature? I don't think we realize how important sunlight, natural light is for setting that circadian rhythm and cortisol pattern. And that's like what our body runs off of. Yes, we have our 28-day hormonal cycle, but we also have that 24-hour circadian rhythm. That's so important for our health. How many hours are we spending on our screens? Are we getting enough fiber, enough micronutrients in our diet, and not just focusing on calories and macros? Are we releasing tension within our body? I have so many women tell me that they just feel like they are a giant, tight ball. Taking stretching breaks throughout the day. Are you doing practices during the week to release tension within your body? Because it feeds back. Emotional stress causes tension within the body, but then tension can also feed back and cause a lot of emotional stress. Eating in a calm, relaxed state. Are we able to move out of the sympathetic back into the parasympathetic quite easily so that we can actually digest and absorb our nutrients and have a proper digestive function? Huge one is like, are we finding joy outside of either food, screens, or vices? A lot of us are strapped for joy and creativity and pleasure in our life that is not attached to screens or food. How much time are we spending consuming versus creating? And then also, like, a huge one for women is assessing our relationship with rest, if we have a lot of guilt around rest. Those are just my thoughts, my daily thoughts for the day. These stuff just pop into my mind, but I am going to spend a little bit more time working on my Balance and Thrive program. Guys, like, I'm so excited about this program. It's gonna be so good. I'm so excited for it because we're going to be doing a deep dive in all of those small things and also talking about how you can actually implement them into your day. Because if health was as simple as knowing what to do, everyone would be super healthy, right? Like, we have so much access to information. I say that all the time, but if it was really just that easy, like, I feel like everyone would be super healthy right now because we have more information than we ever had. Yet we're struggling more and more with our health. So interesting. I'm gonna go back, do some work. I've been ranting for a while, and I will catch up with you guys probably for lunch. All right, guys, I just got back from work and I think I'm just gonna relax and chill for the rest of the evening. So I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. I think for dinner, I'm just gonna make some sweet potato sliders with some parsnip fries and avocado. That is just my go-to dinner. I make it literally every night. I had a really good chat in clinic. One patient too, we were chatting so much because she said that when she first came to see an ND, she thought it would all be about just doing a bunch of lab work and then taking a bunch of supplements and then she'd be fixed. And we were actually talking about how, yes, having a really comprehensive assessment and doing a bunch of lab work at the start like really helped her case, but how so much of her treatment plan has actually been around building habits, changing her diet and building really good eating habits, building a really consistent and stable exercise routine, working on her stress, working on her mindset, working on her coping mechanisms, working on her boundaries around work. Yeah, it was just a really great visit. Such a good way to end the day. I'm gonna plug Balance and Thrive one more time because, like I said, I was working on the presentation today and I'm so excited for it. First two modules are really setting the foundations. We're going deep into metabolism, the stress response, what is going on in your body when you're stressed, why so many people are struggling with resilience. And then the last 4 modules, which are the nutrition, exercise, which it's not just workouts. We're also talking about like daily movement, stretching, relaxation techniques, things like that. And then we have a whole module on mindset and mindset work, one on lifestyle and how to integrate everything that we talked about the course into your lifestyle. Doors are going to be closing Sunday, March 30th, which I believe this is coming out on the 29th. So you guys can grab your spot. In the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe. We would love to have you. Give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.